Just a couple of hours prior to me recording this video, Woj tweets out that Kyrie Irving is going to opt into his $36 million player option for the season, and the Brooklyn Nets are now going to be able to see Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving all on the floor together this season. Now, before we get into today's video, if you guys could, drop me a like. It takes 1 second and it helps me in the channel out tremendously. And if you guys are new here, consider hitting that subscribe bell to stay tuned for more NBA and Jacksonville Jaguars content that I do here on YouTube. And make sure y'all go follow me on my socials on both Instagram and on Twitter. The link tree will be in the description down below. Now let's get into today's video. So this news does not come as any shock to me at all. I know there was a lot of rumors about Kyrie Irving possibly leaving the Brooklyn Nets in order to go and reunite with LeBron James, his former teammate, who they won an NBA championship together. And obviously Kyrie Irving's a gold medalist as well too. But I did not see that actually ever being a realistic situation in which Kyrie Irving would leave his boy Kevin Durant to go and reunite with LeBron James in LA, where he would have to sign a $6 million veterans minimum deal in order to play with the Lakers. That was never a possibility in my eyes, and it came into fruition. He's going to be playing with the Brooklyn Nets this season on that $36 million player option. And Woj had actually tweeted out earlier in the afternoon, and I quote, "Outside of the Lakers, there are currently no known teams planning pursuit of sign-in trades for Nets guard Kyrie Irving. No sign-in trades can be formally discussed until after 6 p.m. on Thursday. Brooklyn isn't believed to have any interest in available Lakers packages." And then later that evening, when Woj confirmed it, this is what he tweeted. "Without the ability to find a sign-in trade deal, Kyrie Irving plans to exercise his $36 million player option for the Nets next season in return." Now, there's a couple different vantage points that I have when I look at this. The first one I want to talk about is really with Kyrie Irving. Let's talk about the money. Kyrie Irving, if he would have wanted to play for the Lakers this season, would have had to sign a $6 million deal. Kyrie Irving, who missed 50-plus games this past season, I believe, lost $15 to $17 million just strictly off the fact that he was not able to participate in these home games and a majority of road games, obviously, because of the fact that he did not take the vaccine mandate. And regardless of what your beliefs are on it or not, and I respect any man's decision, nonetheless, he had a choice to make. He decided not to make that choice, and he lost money because of it. So he lost about $15 to $17 million. And him opting into his $36 million option, he's already guaranteeing himself $20 million more than he would have if he would have played for the Lakers this season. So that's a good power money move by Kyrie Irving off rip. Now, when it comes to Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets organization, obviously there's been some head-to-head battles and collisions between the two, not just last season with the vaccine mandate, but just when you look at it as a whole. Kyrie Irving, since becoming a Brooklyn Net, in 226 available games, Kyrie Irving's only participated in 103 of them. So that means Kyrie Irving has missed 123 games since becoming a Brooklyn Net. Obviously, there was no Kevin Durant that first season in Brooklyn because he was recovering off that Achilles injury. But we've seen things like he was reluctant to take the vaccine. Obviously, he had some vocal issues. There's been some injuries, etc. Kyrie Irving, nonetheless, of what you believe or what you think, has missed 123 games since becoming a Brooklyn Net. And in the last 5 seasons in general, Kyrie Irving has missed 41% of his team's games. That is damn near half of the games. So whatever you want to say, Kyrie Irving has been reluctant to show up to work for a multitude of reasons. And if I'm a businessman and I need to pay you a max contract, 4 years, $200+ million, I'm not giving it to you. I understand that you're one of the most talented and skillful players that I've ever watched in my lifetime, probably in my generation of watching basketball. I understand that you're a walking 27, 5 and 6 on 48% from the field, 41% from deep this year. I understand that Kyrie Irving is a spectacular basketball player when he's on the court. And while the Brooklyn Nets were the only team to get swept in the postseason this year, you can blame some of that to the psychological barrier that this Brooklyn Nets team had on, Kyrie Irving not getting vaccinated. And you can just give credit to the Boston Celtics for just being the better team. But if I'm a businessman, and it's not even just Sean Marks and the Brooklyn Nets organization, why were the Lakers the only team that was going to be willing to do a sign and trade for Kyrie Irving? Because no one's going to give him a $200+ million fully guaranteed deal when you've missed 41% of your team's available games and you've missed 123 games the last 3 seasons. I understand how talented you are, but just smart business and ethics, if I can't rely on you to show up to work consistently and you're going to be a headache on and off the court at times, then I'm going to be reluctant to give you that money. And I applaud the Brooklyn Nets for that. Like I said, regardless of your beliefs. Now let's actually dive into the actual Brooklyn Nets section of this. What does this actually mean for Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, and the Brooklyn Nets moving forward? I think that this possibly is a 1-year deal where we see Kyrie Irving just play on his player option. I don't think that he re-signs with the Brooklyn Nets. I don't believe that the Brooklyn Nets are going to be a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference this year. I don't think this moves the needle. I know that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are arguably the most skillful tandem in the NBA when healthy and they're on the court together. Ben Simmons provides a lot of versatility defensively. He's going to help be a great facilitator in the half-court offense and especially in the fast break. We know what Ben Simmons can do, but he's got his own struggles and issues and psychological barriers to get over as well too. What do the Brooklyn Nets do with their head coaching position? If Kyrie Irving's going to return, it seems like they don't have a mendable relationship between Steve Nash and Kyrie Irving. Does that end up working out? Does Steve Nash end up getting fired? We don't know. This is all speculation right now. The Brooklyn Nets have solid pieces. Claxton, Bruce Brown. I think that they get Joe Harris back coming off injury. The list goes on. They've got some solid players, and of course Seth Curry as well too. But I don't think that they're going to be better healthy than the Milwaukee Bucks, then the Miami Heat, then the Boston Celtics, and I can say that definitively. That's just my personal opinion on it. They're going to be a very good team. They're going to be a great regular season team, but I don't think postseason time this is an Eastern Conference Finals team when healthy. I truthfully don't believe that. I understand what KD and Kyrie Irving are going to give me on a night in, night out basis when they actually play together, but Ben Simmons is the X factor in all of this, and I've just never been a believer in Ben Simmons. He's got his own psychological barriers to get over, like I said, but this Brooklyn Nets team is just, this doesn't move the needle for me at all. I think that they're still a really good team, but that's just about it in the Eastern Conference. But NBA fans, I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. What do you guys make of Kyrie Irving opting into his player option? What do you guys think about the Brooklyn Nets moving forward? Do you think that this moves the needle for them at all? And do you think that they'll still be top contenders in the Eastern Conference this year? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank y'all for sticking around throughout the whole video. Brett James, aka BJ. I'm out, y'all. Peace.